everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you are joining us at a campsite at Ben Nevis where we've ended up after driving the North Coast 500. So we are heading up to the top of Ben Nevis. Obviously we're climbing it. First time that we know of in a cable car.
And this is me. My friend just drive, but it's in parts.
This is me in shock that we pay £59 to go in a cable car. We'll walk it next time, won't we?
No. Yeah. Oh no, we're breaking down.
They're probably stopping it for someone to get on in a wheelchair. Oh.
Oh, hello. Hello, Paddy.
We arrived at the summit and headed to the restaurant, the Snow Goose, just in time for breakfast. I don't think Belle was a fan of the cable car. Just filming. I don't even know what Belle's doing at this point. Look at that view. Maybe you'll do some practicing when you get there. We were booked to stay in Stirling, so we continued our journey down south with a few little stop-offs along the way. We'd watched the film Rob Roy the previous evening, so it seemed only fitting to visit his resting place as we were passing. Rob Roy. McGregor. We arrived at our next campsite and the midges were unreal, so we just locked ourselves away for the night. Good morning.
When you're strange.
We've decided we should write the clampets down the side of the van because everyone's got really fancy motorhomes everywhere we go. I'm just trying to show you that one. Even Belle's looking at it saying, why can't I go in there?
Because you're stupid.
And this is just such a wrecker now. I don't know, Paddy, you hear that?
What?
Because you're just...
No, I love you, Patty. night.
Take me with you in your fancy motorhome. You look at me, I'm a good girl. So I think we're night 16 we had last night. So we've done over 2 weeks in this van together, and
No, it would be
getting
15.
a bit worn out now. 15.
Yeah,
Well,
because
it's
we
Friday
have 3
today.
nights today.
We have 16th night tonight.
Yeah.
It feels like an eternity. Okay, so it's our last day in Scotland, and we're going to go on a little cruise on Loch Lomond, I think it's called, and our boat's just there. It's called the Wallaby.
Three miles long, 5 miles wide, and at the northern end, 636 feet deep, with the loch's only outlet, running from here into the River Clyde. Saw the ship retire in 1981. She now stands as a monument to both Glasgow shipbuilding and Loch Lomond's steam-powered past. Cameron House was built in the 18th century by the Smollett family, shipbuilders and merchants, whose most famous member was the poet and novelist Tobias Smollett. Such was the wealth and The large house on the hill to the left that you may be able to spot between the trees is Lochenden.
I sugared it, yeah.
Sit down. Oh. This actually looks good. Hi.
She's not a fan of boats. Scotland! Okay. We arrived back in England after quite a long drive and arrived at probably the strangest campsite we had stayed on. The campsite was called Lazenby and it felt like it was in the middle of nowhere. You can only book it through PitchUp. I believe it's completely community run. All profits made go back into the community, and that's the same for the swimming pool that's attached to it as well. The campsites share the showers and toilets with the swimming pool, so you have a special code if you need to get in there after it's shut. It's quite a walk up the track. The campsite's basically a field with a bit of electrical hookup. There's no one on site if you have any issues, but the other guests staying there were really sociable and it was a fun evening. Okay, so I'm just going to try not get bitten by midges, which I'm going to fail at. So at the campsite at Lazenby, you have to book through PitchUp, I think. Couldn't find a lot of information. So it's basically just a field. You can get electric hookup, but it's in a really nice area. So you've got the river on one side. I'll just show you the park. Look at this for a play park. So you've got play park there. Patty is literally, excuse my giant gobstopper, through the bush. And just beyond there, you've got the swimming pool, which I think it's £6 each to go in. It was fully booked though, so we had to hang around till 2 people left. Lila's trying to steal someone's shoes. You raise me up.
She's like, no,
Yeah, that's it. Raise her up.
I tried.
This is trying to put the van back together with a bell. She's obviously lost her ball.
I know where it is. It's under there.
I know, that's why she keeps going under there.
Let me.
No, raise her up.
I
You raise me up. That's it. Raise me up.
Just one, please. Oh,
Come on.
it's too heavy.
Get down. Oh,
Oh.
She's back.
Oh, yes, she's back.
Back again.
Oh, she's comfy.
Alright, go then, raise her up.
No, you don't want. Oh, I did it. I did one.
So, where are we going?
We're not going to a hospital.
Good morning.
Get down.
We're only going to have to do this once more tomorrow and then we'll be home. What? No, it's not. It's actually twice more. Because we're staying at somewhere called Love to Stay tonight. I'm not sure where we are the following night, but then we make the long... Well, we are making the long journey
I've
home.
given her a doggy massage. She likes it.
Oh, yes. That just raised me up.
No.
Belle's keen to get out there.
Get up. Get up. Okay.
Thank
get down.
you. I'm just trying to get my contact lenses out from under all the bed. Is she refusing to come? We continued our journey to our next campsite, which was called Love to Stay. I booked this as a bit of a treat. It was quite expensive, but it sounded well worth the money. They had hot springs, cold water pools, dog exercise area, movie nights, takeaway. It just sounded fabulous, and I could not wait to stay there. And then this happened. After a couple of hours driving down the M6, Patty just died. So didn't go with a bang or anything, just driving, and then it felt like no fuel was getting through and she just stopped. So we pulled over on the hard shoulder and called breakdown. After 2 hours of waiting on the hard shoulder, a mechanic turned up, had a quick look and was adamant he could probably fix it, so towed us to a nearby car park. He wasn't a random mechanic, by the way, he was arranged for our breakdown. The guy knew it was the fuel pump, but it didn't matter what he'd done, he just could not get it working and he couldn't get fuel to go through that pump at all. So, ironically, if I'd had LPG in Patty, she probably would have kept going because she doesn't need a fuel pump if you run her on gas. So because it was now getting to around 4 o'clock in the afternoon and we broke down at 12, they couldn't get out to recover us. So we had to pay to stay out at a local hotel. They did reimburse us for it at the time. And they said they promised they'd be there at 9 o'clock in the morning with a recovery van to take us to the next destination. So we went for breakfast and weren't one bit surprised when no one turned up at 9 o'clock. Okay, so just an update. We're still sat in the pub car park that we originally towed to. So we got here about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And it's now 11:15 the following day. And we're still in the pub car park waiting. So hopefully someone will be here soon. So eventually a recovery vehicle did turn up and they took us to a service station about an hour down the road where we had to wait several more hours for the next recovery vehicle to arrive. I'm sure she is. Yeah. You alright, Lila?
10 hours later.
So the second recovery person has been and dropped us at Keele Services, which is only about 30 miles more than what we were. But there is a Starbucks, so that's a cloud. That's alright, you're sorted for transport. There's a WH Smith's in there with books and things if you want to get anything.
10 hours later.
I'm just filming it inside the cab. And Belle wondering why she can't sit on the seat. Look at them!
I got the followers of what I got. Hello, more life adventures. Today I'm doing a tour of what I got in the WHS.
In the services.
So first I got where is it? I got a magazine. And it came with a pencil case with all these pencils in and this line. And then I got, and then this rubber and this Chandler came separately, and then I got this really cute thing where you can get the keys, you put it in, you unlock it, then you open it, then look, it's a notepad.
That's nice. And you learnt how to do Sudoku.
Yes, and also got this very little backpack, very cute. And
Lie down.
It comes
Lie down.
with this mini thingy. It's notepad and it's got real things. Then this clip, I'm guessing it's to hold it together. And then it comes with these scented stickers. Hey, you want to sniff? You want to sniff? And now it comes with, this pencil, and it's got more pencils in it, but they're not coloured. And it came with this very cute bag and this clip. And that's everything I got, so thank you for watching. Stay tuned to see me do a video of unboxing slime. Bye!
Okay, so now we've been recovered to somewhere in Bristol. Lila's found a new camper van. Okay, so the recovery guy has taken us as far as Bristol. It's gone midnight. We've just spoken to the breakdown people and they're going to get us a taxi. Oh, so our last moments in Patty. We're just waiting for the taxi.
Hurry up!
It's now 1 o'clock in the morning.
We're not tired though.
So it's been
36
hours. 36 hours since we broke down.
36 hours and 1 day.
Okay, so this is when things take a bit of a sinister turn. The recovery van turns up, loads Patty up, at the same time the taxi turns up. So you have to think, it's probably about 1:45 in the morning. We're expecting the taxi. We speak to him. He's like, yes, jump in, Devon. So in we go, on our way to Devon. It starts driving the wrong way. So we're heading north on the motorway. We need to be south. So checked with him, say, are you sure, you're going the right way? We're going to Devon. And then he seems a bit confused and eventually pulled over on the hard shoulder of the motorway and rings through to control. Control then tell him he's got the wrong people in his taxi and he needs to turn around and take us back. He was really reluctant to do this. He said, I've got them in my taxi, I need to be paid. You could see he wasn't replying to the control. He carried on driving, eventually pulled over again, turned around and started heading back with us. But the atmosphere in that taxi had changed completely. You could see he was really annoyed. So he went dead silent. I was convinced we were going to be murdered. And really, he only turned around once control said, look, take them back and we will pay you. So I thought we were going to be like kidnapped by the taxi driver. So at this point when it's after 2 o'clock in the morning, we're back in the car park. Lila's in N90. We've got all our bags. We don't even have a van to get in to keep warm. And a taxi turns up, but the taxi won't take Belle. So I've rang breakdown at this point and I've just lost my temper completely. Their response was like, actually, it's not our problem. We can't control what the taxi drivers do. But no, they were paid to get us home, though, which wasn't happening. Thankfully, the taxi driver came back and let the dog go in the car and then took us all the way back to Devon. It was not ideal. Lila was really, really frightened by the taxi driver experience. And actually, so was I. So we were pretty reluctant to get into the next taxi, who wouldn't have the dog anyway. So it wasn't that much of an issue. But yeah, he was really good and he was really professional once he let the dog in. The breakdown company was called Assist. I got them through my insurance. In fairness, they did reimburse us for meals and for the hotel stay. And someone quite senior rang up and did apologise, but they said they'd follow things through and they never did. In fairness to them, they did get us home. This is Patty arriving home several days later. But yes, I think I'd think twice about the recovery company that I'd go with next time. So it wasn't the perfect ending to our holiday and I'm absolutely gutted that we didn't get to stay and love to stay. But it could have been worse. It could have happened on our way up. So if you're still here at this point, thank you so much for watching it. I hope you've enjoyed our Scotland series and I'll see you again soon.